Hello YouTube, this is Darius with Divine Numerology. Thank you for having me. Welcome to my channel, Divine Numerology. Before we go into it, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notifications button so you can get updates on my new content that's coming out. I got some really good stuff pretty soon coming up down the way. Today I'm going to talk about the number 1, and this is the very first YouTube channel that I've ever created. So welcome everyone. And I want to also thank all the brave YouTubers who have already set that example out there and been those trailblazers that have set the way for everyone. So, number 1, what does it mean? It relates to confidence and creativity. It relates to leadership. It relates to being the first one to do something and doing it in such a way that it inspires others to follow that same path or a similar one for their own self. The number 1 is leadership. It's that entrepreneur. It's that one that says, "Hey guys, let's do this." It's a very positive vibration because it's the first energy in that cycle. And it's positive in the concept, right? But let's take another look at this. Every number in numerology has 2 sides. There's a light side, a positive side, and then there's a shadow side. Now, on the shadow aspect, just as the 1 can be very forward and very direct, it can be overly direct. It can be pushy. It can overly assert its agenda without consideration as to how that may inconvenience others or how that may affect other people's experience. It can impose itself on the will of others. It can impose its will on others. It can be very prideful and get caught up in its own ego and not even be aware that it's allowing itself to see itself in that way and express itself, very dominantly and trying to take control of the situation. So those are some of the shadow aspects of the number 1. The number 1 resonates with the planet. Well, it's not a planet, but it's a celestial body, the sun. And the sun is a very strong energy vibration. It is the center of the solar system. And the sun has this magnetic quality to it. It's very strong and very powerful. And it can give light and love and warmth and life to all that see that light. But then it can also burn and overly saturate certain beings or its surroundings that are too close to it when it's overly exerting that energy. That's one of some of the qualities of the sun. And when the sun is expressed in a very healthy way, when this one energy is expressed in a healthy way, we can think of it as the sun, in the sense that the sun shines not out of ego but out of necessity, because it knows that if it does not shine, then no life will exist on the planet. And yet it has the humility enough to share its light with the moon and not take credit. You see, that's some of the wisdom that we gain from the sun's example. Some of the cards that resonate with the sun energy or the number 1 is the Magician and the Tarot. This is what it looks like. And if you take a look, it's the person in the card. He's actually holding up the wand in the air, asserting his will upon the universe to make what he wants happen. This is the first card in the tarot, and then the 10th card, 1 and 0 adds up to 1 when we add that together. The Wheel of Fortune, if you take a look at how this looks in relation to the other, the Magician sits here and it's almost like he's holding that wand about to turn the wheel in his favor, you see. Very interesting the way that shows up. He's using his will to influence the wheel of fortune, which causes the sun which is the 19th card. 1 and 9 added creates 10. 1 and 0 creates 1. This, which causes, from this wheel turning, to cause the sun to shine in his favor. That's just one way of looking at it. I like to do that. It's really cool. But that gives us an idea of what one energy is like and how it can be expressed. 1 is definitely a good number when it comes to business, entrepreneurialism, as we mentioned before, because it has no fear in taking the lead and saying, hey, look, what needs to be done? Okay, I'll do it. It's very direct, straightforward. Let's get things done. In the negative, it can be indirect and not show any of those qualities. It can give its power away and not stand up in that, and have issues related to the self, not having that confidence that's intrinsic to the number 1. 1 is the first cause, and it also relates to the divine masculine and how that's expressed. How that's expressed within us. Yeah, there's a dog right here too. Cool. That's the neighbor's dog. So we have this 1 energy as it's expressed, and it also relates to the I am. It's related to coming up and originating ideas for them to actually manifest in the material realm, being that divine masculine and holding space for others to grow and develop. Now, that's a little bit about the number 1. I want to thank you guys all for coming to my channel and checking out this video, and I introduce myself to you all, and thanks for having me. This is Darius with Divine Numerology. If you guys want a reading, message me on Facebook. You can find me at Darius Oliver, or check out my like page, Divine Numerology. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click that notifications button to get my updates and my new content that will be coming out soon. Everyone, peace.